Chris and Sue met the representative from the supermarket who wanted to trial pre-packaged fair trade and organic meals in some local supermarkets in the south. The order would be worth £100,000, which represented half of Ethical Foods' turnover. It would mean investing in new premises and equipment and borrowing more money from the bank. But Chris and Sue were unsure. They thought over the proposition and both agreed that it was an opportunity too good to miss. They both wanted to become very wealthy and realised that competitors were making some headway in their cafes, pubs and restaurant market. They needed to take their business to the next stage. They researched the new proposition carefully, created a new business plan and took it to their bank manager. This time they required £100,000 finance. The bank manager said he could offer £80,000, but the further £20,000 needed to come from other sources. Luckily, one of their good customers agreed to fund the further £20,000 in return for a 5% shareholding. Although Sue and Chris would have preferred to borrow the money through a loan, they agreed and sold 2.5% of their shareholding each to their customer, Shirley Joyce. The new premises were a lot larger, and state-of-the-art kitchen equipment allowed a mixture of batch and flow production for preparation of the meals. John James and Harriet Mutzer were promoted to senior supervisors, and 4 more full-time staff were employed, along with a manager to run the day-to-day operations. The supermarket orders were a major success, and turnover improved, hitting £1 million 6 months after the move to the new premises, and all seemed rosy. One day, the supermarket phoned and said that a major competitor was offering to beat the prices Ethical Food were offering, and that small-scale trials were being considered. The supermarket also suggested that there might be an offer for the business. Chris and Sue were realists and realised that if they were to gain the economies of scale necessary to compete with their competitor, which was funded by a major food producer, they would need to raise millions of pounds, and even then, this would not guarantee success. There had also been problems with new methods of working, implemented by the new manager. The late shift work was the main problem, and John James had complained to such an extent that disciplinary action had been necessary. Chris, Sue and Shirley met with representatives from the supermarket chain and were offered £3 million for their shares. Therefore, total ownership would transfer to the supermarket. Shirley was eager to sell, but Chris and Sue were not too sure and needed longer to think things over. They promised to give the supermarket an answer within the week.